Oh. Everybody, welcome back to another Slaburday Saturday. We had a surprise pop up yesterday. A walnut tree was cut down locally to us in Brampton, Ontario. So we're back at John's farm. We're picking up the Logosol. And we're getting back on the road. Let's go. It's awesome. Giving him a little vitamin G.
This isn't something you see every day, eh?
No. Sawmill in the city. Okay, get a little help. I think he doesn't get the full footer. We go up here. It makes sense. It gets smaller here. The rain has stopped, and we have a beautiful walnut tree. We've arrived here in Brampton, Ontario, about 40 minutes from our location there in Rockwood, Ontario. We got the Logosol, everything trailered really nicely, no issues there. It was raining on the way, the rain has stopped. Maybe we'll get some sunlight. But even if it rains, it doesn't matter, because we got this. We got this beautiful walnut log. Was 17 foot long. It's got a little twist and turns to it, so it did make sense to cut it into a 9-footer and an 8-footer, I believe. So we're going to get the Logosol set up. We have some leveling feet here that we're able to level it side to side. And for end, we have some loading ramps. So this will be different than last week's episode where we had the assistance of a heavy machinery to load the logs. We have to do this all manually. Fortunately, the sawmill comes with a winch that mounts on the opposite side. We're gonna be able to put a cable around the log and literally go like this. And this giant log, like, it's very heavy, very, very heavy. We'll get right onto the sawmill. Fingers crossed though, fingers crossed. I think everything will work out. And for the first time ever, we have Yarko. He's here. We're actually hosting him from the Ukraine. Him and his wife came on Friday of last week. And this is his first experience doing a little urban sawmilling. Yep. So I think it's pretty exciting for him. We're gonna show him the ropes. Hopefully I can just get set up and leave actually, and maybe he'll do all the work, so we'll see. But we're gonna make some beautiful slabs. We're gonna keep getting set up, so let's get to it. Sure, yeah. The bolts. Oh, the bolt's here? Down to the bottom? Around, and it goes under the log and then back to the mill. Yeah. It barely clicks on, but it does. And of course. Yes, yes. And if it falls, don't try to stop it. Okay, we are locked and loaded. The log's on there, she's clamped up. We got some horsepower ready to cut some wood. Now this is an old blade on here, but I always like to just make my first cut with that. We'll see if it's flat. If so, we'll keep cutting. If not, we got some backups. Fingers crossed, there's no metal in this thing. So let's make some sawdust. All right, first cut's good, nice and flat. Let's make a slab. So keep it on. Okay, okay. This side, watch.
Oh, I understand.
Yes, yes, yes. Very light colored actually, eh?
Looks like European walnut.
So maybe 10 minutes?
Yes.
Dark.
Yes?
Yes. It needs to breathe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like European walnut right now.
Green.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Beauty, eh?
Yeah.
Nice grain to it, nice shape to it, nice flat cut. All right. Bring the papa. Sorry. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Yeah. We're cutting at 10/4, and just the scale on the sawmill doesn't actually have that on the scale, so we need to use our old noggin here and do a little bit of maths to figure out, because now that we've flipped the log, every cut matters because we want to end up with the same thickness on the very last board. When you first start cutting the log, the measurement that you cut at doesn't actually matter because, do you get it? Did I confuse you? This measurement really matters, so you end up at a final thickness that's the same as all the other boards. Oh, so yeah, 5/8 1/4. So our next cut is 2 3/4. Saga, I can send you his information. Yep, that's okay, I got it. Okay, one log is down. We did get a slightly wavy cut on the second last cut. Very, very minimal though, so we got a nice fresh blade on the Logosol. I expect the rest of them to be really nice. Either way, the lumber is stunning, it's beautiful. We're at about 2.5 inches in thickness, so these are gonna make some beautiful 2-board tabletops. And we're gonna have a pile, I don't know, we'll see how much this truck can hold, so it'll be an interesting drive home. Wish us luck down in the comments. So to get the ridiculously heavy log onto the sawmill, step 1, we have these ramps. Ramp installed. Next up, we have this cable, which we have to go all the way around the log, hook it back to the sawmill, and it has like a hand winch on here, which is very geared, very low ratio on the gear. So pretty easily, you can just turn the winch and this whole log is gonna roll right up. Now, if it was just that easy to sawmill the slabs too. Any gappage? Okay. All right, James, get to work. It's gonna be over here. Oh, man. Okay, we're just about to start the next cut. We got the second log on, a little bit more challenging because it's got the crotch, got the Y shape. Fortunately, we have James here and he's stronger than both me and Yarko. had a great day milling with the Logosol B1001, as you can see on my face. We had a good crew. Big shout out to James and Yarko for helping, and of course Tony for filming. We made some beautiful Canadian Black Walnut lumber that we're going to bring home, sticker, stack, and we're going to produce some nice furniture grade kiln dried lumber. Shout out to the team at Logosol for providing me with a sawmill. I'm always impressed with it every time we use it. Unfortunately, our microphone battery died at the very end, so we weren't able to give you the outro that we filmed, but we left with a stack of walnut in our truck. We made it home safe, and thanks always for watching, guys.